When I make a video, I try and elevate all of the information to the college level. The mainstream media, or the news, which I also took in college, the grade level is the 6th grade. So they are speaking to you on a 6th grade level. They're not supposed to use any vocabulary above a 6th grade level. Now, mind you, back in the day, back in the Little House on the Prairie days, at 6th grade, you graduated and you could go off and run a household by yourself. You would get married to a 6th grade level girl and you would go run a household by yourself. It is just over time, we have, I don't know, you tell me, we have decreased or elevated everything to 21, and anybody basically below 25 years old is considered a child, basically. Some people call people 25 and below a child, and as you get older, you feel like they're a child, and then you feel like you remember back how you were at 25, and you go, man, was I dumb? But when I make my videos, I want to elevate everybody to a college level. Meaning, I want you to have all of the information. The news only wants you to have a little bit of the information, and they're going to twist the information to suit the needs of the person who owns the actual news company. That means Rupert Murdoch or somebody like that. I have submitted to every news organization out there, AP News, Reuters, CNN. I have not submitted to Fox, although I supposedly have the number to Fox, and I'm supposed to call them and possibly get on Fox. You tell me, should I do that? I want to tell you all today, in no uncertain terms, the stuff about the tariffs that Trump is doing. First of all, it's only 1% of the pie. I want you to understand the entire pie. Can you handle that? I want you to understand that I don't care who you are, if you're Democrat, Republican, or, like me, Libertarian. I want you to understand everything. Tariffs, I guess the word itself, is just one thing. The United States has been subsidizing half of the world, legitimately half of the world, for over 100 years. It was considered insane not to have tariffs in the United States back in the day, right? Back before 1913. Comment below if you understand what happened in 1913. If you did not, it just didn't happen. Everybody had tariffs, right? The idea was our people are going to buy your stuff, so you're selling to us, so we're going to impose a tax for your stuff to even get into the United States. Impose a tariff. The word tax is completely different. Did you know that part? And that's another piece of the pie. Tariff, duty, tax, and then the tax and the duties and the tariffs can then escalate. Oh, you've sold one apple pie to our citizens? Okay, no tariffs on that. Oh, 10 apple pies? Okay, 1%. 100 apple pies? 10%. 1,000,000 apple pies? 50%. So there are countries that are saying that they are only charging us 25% of their tariffs. Even the chart is saying this. In reality, once you get in orders of magnitude into the thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, that stuff jumps up to something like 300%. To the point where they say, okay, back off. You cannot sell any more apple pies into our country. And that is what we have been tolerating this entire time. When I say tolerating, I mean we can't sell them our apple pies, but we have not been imposing anything of the sort on them. Their Hondas, their Suzukis, their Toyotas, their Volvos, we haven't been charging them anything, basically. But hold up, but wait, there's more. I said tariff is just one thing. Then you have all the taxes on top of that. And they can impose taxes to the tune of 100% if they want to, because it is a foreign import. This is what the news is not telling you. It's not just tariffs. It's all of that stuff. And everybody, including Fox, including France, including Canada, they're all saying, oh, Trump is a madman. Trump is a madman. He's doing this to us. No, we have been bending over and taking it without Vaseline for 100 years. We have been paying for these countries to exist. Why? Because we are the richest nation on the planet. And they say, your country is so rich, you need to give us some of that money. This is what the U.S. aid was doing. This is what the IRS, did you know that part, was doing? Our military, handing out stuff. Now you might say, oh, but Chicama, they went down to Haiti and gave them food, which actually put all the farmers in Haiti out of business. Yeah, I know that part. The Haitian government should have operated in the best interest of the Haitian people and actually given that food to the farmers for the farmers to actually sell to the people. So the Haitians had food that they grew, but over time, as the food kept coming in for free, the farmers went out of business. So then you end up with a country that cannot feed itself. Now, of course, you know, on the back end, the CIA is back there saying, hey, President, what's your name? Why don't you take $1 million and look the other way? So the president looks the other way. So that's how you end up with war all over Africa, all of the weapons and stuff, all the weapons, free weapons, big weapons that they are not making. Hold on, here's another piece of that pie. They used to make weapons. Europe was Europe only because the Africans made the weapons for them. They didn't think anything of it. Traded with Europe, and then Europeans turned around and said, we're not going to buy your weapons anymore. We're going to use them against you. And so, of course, the single king in some small area, they got his hands up. Sorry about that. You caught me slipping. What's the term? You caught me lacking. So this stuff has been going on. And we, Americans, have been paying for everybody else. Canada charges 300% on just tariffs on dairy. You cannot buy a stick of American butter in Canada. Same thing with cars all over the planet. Literally, Trump went through a whole list of everything that you cannot buy in his speech. But of course, the news cut to we're going to raise the tariffs, the baseline 10%, and we're going to raise this another 25%. They left out the part where the United States has been subsidizing half of the planet. The United States, on taxpayer money, has been paid out to half of the planet. When Trump says America first, it sent shockwaves around the planet. Why? Because we were operating on America last, dead last. Look at our education system. How are we under third world countries in education? Answer me that question. How are we behind third world countries in education? It's because we've been subsidizing half of the planet. They have been stealing taxpayer money. They call it taxes, but they're just stealing money from you for no good reason. It is not going to your roads. It is not going to highways. It's not going to bridges. It's obviously not going to bridges, right? It's not going to modernize airplanes, airports, air traffic control. It's not even going to modernize our military. Israel gets more of the most modern stuff than we do. Is that crazy? That's crazy. That's crazy. So when somebody forms their lip that says Trump is going to ruin our economy, no. Tariffs does not ruin the economy. Here's the repercussions of what Trump is trying to do. He's trying to reindustrialize, and I should have said this earlier because I know half of the people watching have already tuned out. He's trying to reindustrialize the United States. That means bring manufacturing back to the United States. Bring warehousing back to the United States. Bring technology and IP, intellectual property, back to the United States. How on earth is China 100 years ahead of us in artificial intelligence? It's not just that the Chinese study science more than the United States. They come to the United States to learn the science. All of those Ivy League schools with their science departments, they're filled with Asians. There are a lot of professors in those science departments who have been very frustrated that they are sitting there for years teaching Asians, and here's the problem. They're teaching the Asians the science because that's their job, right? And then the Asians leave. So we have just taught generation upon generation of people who are going to leave our country, never to return. And we're not going to get any benefit from it. Even because of our laws, they say they are a minority. So they get minority scholarships for science. And then they leave. So we paid for China to be ahead of us in science when we paid all of their scholarships and everything. That is what's going on. And the news is not telling you this. The news is trying to just get you anti-Trump. Oh, he's anti-Trump. And another thing about these judges, the judiciary, their only job is supposed to interpret the Constitution and settle contracts. That's it. They're not supposed to sit on the bench and say, I don't like what the president is doing in his office. I don't like what Congress is doing in their office. I don't like the vote that Congress did. I don't like what the military is doing. Is that the job of a judge? That is something out of Pink Floyd, The Wall, right? The judge, we found you guilty of not agreeing with us. No, judge, that's not your job. Your job is you have a set of laws and you're supposed to make sure that people are following the law. And the law in this instance is the Constitution, and the Constitution says that the president is supposed to do A, B, and C. And they're not supposed to look to you for any input. You're a judge. You're not a military strategist. You're not supposed to be. You're not a political pundit. You're not supposed to be at all. Not even once. So this is the stuff about the tariffs. I hope you understand. It is a huge web and every strand contributes to it. We, taxpayers, you, have been paying for other countries to send in products and then say, oh, look, it's only 99 cents on your shelf. No, it's not 99 cents on my shelf. I have been paying all of my taxes. The taxes have been stolen from me and then given to you, where you make $1 a day, and then you make your little plastic stuff, and then we also pay for you to ship it to us, and we pay for it to travel from the port to the store, port to the warehouse, and then we pay from the warehouse to the store, and we pay for the store to put it on the shelf, and then we are so shocked, oh, it's only 99 cents. That is so awesome. No, I want you to use your big boy brain, your big girl brain. What happens if you, taxpayer, stops paying all of those people? Well, the prices will go up. No, the prices aren't going to go up. All of those plastic things on the shelves are now going to be made in the United States, and jobs are going to be had to make them, and we're going to pay for the shipping to the store and put it on the shelf, and it's going to be $1.50. But you don't have to pay any taxes anymore. Surprise! That's your deal. That's the deal. The whole deal is that you don't pay taxes anymore. That's what he's working towards. You don't have to pay taxes at all. And not only that, he's working on you don't have to pay property taxes. You don't have to pay road taxes. He's going to destroy a lot of this tax and spend stuff that's going on. There should be absolutely no reason for the government to be taxing your property, your real estate, your land. It's supposed to be your land. That's the whole point of the United States, remember? There should be no reason that the government is doing anything to you on your own property. It's supposed to be your castle. What that means is they can tax you out of your land. They can tax you so much that you have to leave your land, and you don't have your land anymore. That's what he's working towards. This is what all of this is working towards. So for all of these people saying, oh, the prices are going to go up. No, you're not going to be paying taxes anymore. Surprise. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. And you are not going to have to pay Mexicans to make your chocolate or your avocados, grow your avocados or whatever. We're going to make our own. And manufacturing has already started popping up in the United States. Already. Before he even got into office, before January 20th, he had already had multiple promises. Okay, we're going to build $2 billion in factories. Okay, let's shake on it. Okay, you're shaking on it. To the point of stuff like Toyota will be manufactured in the United States, but it has the name Toyota on it. 100%. Right now, the only car company where everything is 100% made in the United States is Tesla. You can say whatever you want to about the person, but you are supporting Americans when you buy a Tesla, because everything involved is made in the United States. All those other car companies, supposedly they're American, but they're not made in the United States, and there's no benefit to anybody through a job in the United States from those cars. The only one is Tesla. But Democrats who buy Tesla, for some reason, are going out and destroying Tesla. Something like 90% of the people who own a Tesla are a Democrat. Is that crazy? But now, you're not supposed to do bad stuff. You're not supposed to ruin people's property. So they're being thrown in jail, which is where they should be. They're criminals. They have to do the time when they do the crime. And when they do stuff like bomb a place, firebomb a place, that gets to the level of terrorism. And so then that's a whole different ball of wax. So no, I do not feel sorry for any of those people being put in jail for committing crime. That's why you voted for Trump, right? Stop all the criminals. And I am right there with you. I have a question for you. The police department wants me to come be a policeman. What do you think? What is your advice to me? thank you for watching. Please like, thumbs up the video, and subscribe. I know most of you are not subscribed, and I know most of the people who are already liking the video are probably the only ones who ever like the videos, who thumbs up the video. But do me a favor and thumbs up the video. I am speaking for all of you. Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, I don't care what you are. First of all, I'm an intellectual, so thumbs up the video because I'm speaking for all of you. Thank you.